Hi everybody and welcome back. Today, we're gonna talk about the scientific method, the secret to all good science. It isn't always straightforward, it's messy, but it's giving us insight into the world we live in. So, let's dive in. The scientific method is a process that all scientists must follow for precise, accurate results from their experiments. The method was first introduced in the 17th century by Galileo Galilei, one of the most famous astronomers. He discovered sunspots, Venus's phases, Jupiter's 4 moons, and so much more. Galileo introduced multiple trials and errors and founded modern science. The term scientific method was first used in the 19th century and became more popular in the 20th century. Today, we use it for every scientific experiment or research. Here is the entire scientific method represented as a flowchart through which we will go through step by step in this video. Let's begin! The first step towards scientific victory is knowledge. After all, who is a scientist with no understanding of science? If you want to be a scientist, you gotta learn a lot. Study different subjects, not just the one you're interested in. Study with experiments, do projects to take your learning to the test. This will help build your capacity to form new ideas, thoughts, and to form more complex questions that need answering. After forming a question previously unanswered, you can start thinking about possible hypotheses about that question. A hypothesis is a theory that explains your question or answers it. For example, the question, if I drop an object on Earth, will it fall, is the base for a hypothesis. That hypothesis can state yes because of gravity and its effect on objects. This statement might not be accurate, but that is the point of a hypothesis. It does not have to be correct from the first try. After forming a hypothesis, it is time to do background research on your desired question. I would have to research gravity, energy, mass, and more topics in our example. Background research is essential because you have the foundation for the next stage of the scientific method, conducting experiments. Experiments are the most crucial aspect of the scientific method. They determine whether or not our idea or hypothesis is valid. For example, a good experiment would be to drop objects of various masses and heights to see if they fall. That experiment makes sense, can be reproduced by other scientists, and is easily proven correct or incorrect. The only problem with experiments is that we cannot prove that every object on Earth or the universe will obey gravity, and we can never prove that. If experiments aren't working out, or you realize that they don't lead to the correct conclusion or the results you want, back up and try again. After conducting many experiments, we analyze the results. If every object we dropped fell to the ground, that means that our hypothesis is correct. Therefore, we can conclude that everything dropped on Earth will fall because of the substantial amount of data we amassed and scientific reasoning. When you finish writing up your project, share it with others. This way, people can learn new things and scientists can evaluate your work. Just make sure that your project is written so that scientists can get the same results as you did. Projects like this also inspire other scientists for new ideas and questions to answer. During discovering new science, there are a few things you must watch out for and know. First of all, senses often deceive us. Be thorough with your results, measuring, and experiments. If we think something is okay, check it twice or more, because it's okay usually doesn't end well. Second, reason can also deceive us. Just because we think this has to be accurate, it really doesn't have to be. We can be faulty in our knowledge, or we had a mishap with a calculation, so reason can deceive us. Third, follow your evidence and results for clear and logical conclusions. Science isn't a place for theories that suit you, but for ideas that show how the world works. Make sure that the evidence and research are correct and precise, though. Fourth, math governs the universe and is your biggest ally in science. Know math well, and it'll significantly help with experiments, conclusions, and analyzing results. Finally, constantly doubt yourself. Keep asking, does this make sense? Am I doing this right? Where is the math behind this? To keep your project in check. Science is challenging, but we learn so much about the world around us and about ourselves with science. We went to space, cured many diseases, and made our lives more advanced and better. Furthermore, maybe in the future, science will give a solution to our biggest problems. However, to get there, we need to follow the scientific method and ask questions. I encourage you to do the same so we can make the world a better place. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!